Hi, I'm Kelly at Book and Paper Arts, and today I am in Amboise, in France, on the banks of the Loire River. And if I pan all the way around, you can see in the right-hand corner there just a smidgen of the Chateau Royal. It's a beautiful, beautiful building that I will be exploring more. But today I want to talk about drawing in my illustrated journal, in my travel sketchbook. And that means I want to pick a picture of something to draw that is not going to set me up for failure, like a chateau would. So I've walked around Amboise for a couple of days and I've explored. And I've decided that I am going to draw this. So this fountain was made by 20th century surrealist artist Max Ernst. Max Ernst is not my favorite artist, but my favorite artist, besides Mobley, did not make a statuary fountain in Amboise. This also has the advantage of being a genuine landmark. It's fun, it's pretty, and it's very geometrical. So I think that it's going to be not too intimidating to try to draw. If, like me, you are sometimes intimidated by adding drawing and painting to your pages, stick with me because I've got a couple of no-fail, fear-proof ideas for getting past that. I also have an illustrated journal themed giveaway, which I'll be talking about in a mo, so please stay tuned. If you like journal arts, altered books, and vintage books and paper, please subscribe to my channel and turn on the notifications by ringing that little bell. And you will have more of them in your life. The first thing I'm going to try is drawing it like a cartoon, which it already lends itself to. I'm going to try drawing it like a child with no expectations. What I'm drawing now doesn't have to any more look like this statue than Homer Simpson looks like a person or Snoopy looks like a dog. So, let's try it. Once I add some color to that, it's going to start looking like a fountain. We'll do that in a mo. The next strategy is a close cousin of drawing a cartoon, and that is just making a line drawing with a pen. Not lifting the pen from the paper. You don't even want to look at the paper too much. Don't consult the paper. Just let your pen draw and don't lift. And just be loose. Again, I'm going to add some color to that, and it's going to make it look a little different, but that's the idea. And I think Max Ernst might approve. The next strategy is to pick just a small part of the picture to draw or paint. You don't have to do the whole tableau. You don't need all this context. You can actually make a viewfinder with your fingers, like old-timey movie directors and jodhpurs. And just look around and find a little bit of what you can handle. I'm now basically looking at a third of this guy on this pedestal, and that's what I'm going to go with. That's what I'm going to make anchor my page. It's going to anchor my memory. It's going to be a good page. I am not going to add the color right now. We're losing the light, and my friend who's holding the camera is hungry. What I am going to, you will find this happens. So what I am going to do is make a swatch of the colors that I'm going to add when I get back sitting down at the table. Kind of a bronze green there. I also want a brighter green for foliage. And I'm going to need a brown for the branches. So I'm just going to leave those as a little bit of a note. And then, like I said, I can go in and add the color and the tones later. And now a technique, very simple. What you want to do is look at your tableau and pick out one aspect of it that is very, very simple. Most simple part of what you're looking at. In this case, let's look at this frog. That frog is really two squares on a rectangle sitting on a misshapen ball. Don't tell me that you can't draw two squares on a rectangle on a misshapen ball and add some circles for eyes, because you can. And the idea is the same whether you're looking at a statue or whether you're looking at a bowl of flowers on your table, or whatever it is you want to capture. Find the easiest, most basic aspect of it. Start with that. Now I'm back in the kitchen in the apartment that I'm staying in, and I am going to add a little bit of color to these two really basic cartoony line drawings. I'm not exactly painting so much as adding a wash. I've mixed up a kind of a blue, green, bronzy, gray, brown color. Doesn't have to be exact. Again, it's more of a wash, just to add a little pop. So let's do that. So here we go with the finished page. This is where I added the detail of just a tiny little section of this guy, and also the easiest part I could see to draw. I went round this with a black pen to give it a little bit of a frame and get it to hold together. I also went round the images with a black pen to, again, just make it look a little, give it a little pop. And then I added some notes about what I did today. Here's my cartoon version. I like that fine. And then this is the line drawing where I added the wash. And then I gave it also a kind of an asymmetrical frame and some text. And I might add a little bit more to talk about what I did today. That's good enough. I don't have to wait until I can draw and know perspective. I can start working on my pages and getting my memories down and having a good time drawing like a child, just being bold and naive and starting. I have a whole longer video about being bold enough to draw imperfectly and to start your pages by drawing like a child. There's a link to that video in the text below this one. There's also a link to my online course about the basics of keeping an illustrated journal, a visual diary, the book of you. So please check that out too. Today in Amboise, I went to the bookstore and found this magazine, and it is all about keeping a carnet de voyage, which is the French word for an illustrated journal. And I'm going to be giving this away. Even if you don't speak or read French, it's good fun. You'll be able to look at the pictures and get some ideas. And all you got to do is leave me a comment or a question below this one, below this video, and you will be in the drawing. I'm going to pick a name at random this Sunday. That's May the 9th, 2022. So if you'd like a chance to win this, free worldwide shipping, just leave me a comment or a question. Have another video in a couple of days. Until then, happy making.